Okay, today we are joined by Alexi, I don't know how to say your surname.
Kulishov.
There you go, that'll do, of your easywebsolutions.com. Hello, how are you?
Hi Denise, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Today we want to talk about websites for your business, because I know they play a major role in business and especially in small business. But you know, there's a lot of questions about how it actually helps them. Sometimes it's seen as a bit of a, I know I've got to have one, but I don't actually know what to do with it or how it's actually going to help my business. I just know I've kind of got to have one. So I'd like to talk to you today about the value, what they can do with it, how it's best going to suit business, their personal business, how they could even maybe run a business out of a website as opposed to it being something standalone. But basically explore those website business types of questions. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Excellent. So in terms of a small business who doesn't have a very big budget, let's put it that way, why do they even need a website? What is it about a website that they need to have?
Okay, that's a question I often get asked. A lot of people give me a call or ask for a quote, but they're actually not sure what they're after. They look at other websites and they get an impression that they need a pretty website with some colors and that's about it. That is a wrong way of looking at a website. A website, first of all, should be a lead generating tool for your business. So you should be getting leads, phone calls, queries from people who are interested in your services by finding you online. So that would be the main aim. The second thing is, when you have a website, you should be able to build a list of some kind by offering something free. Let's say you have a brochure or catalog or some kind of a free report. You can end up with a list of people who can become your potential clients. That's all possible to implement by having a website. Now, the main thing is you got to make sure that all the information is clearly presented, that you don't have to scroll too much or browse within the pages to find it, and that it's actually easily accessible. So if you're looking for a phone number or contact information, it's got to be up there. If you are looking for email or something else, it's got to be also easy found.
Okay. So I take it from that there's a certain criteria or there's a certain format that it makes sense to follow in order for your website to be doing what you want it to do. But let me back it up a bit on that. So what is it about sites so why do I even need a website? Like, yes, it's a lead generating tool, but what does that mean?
Okay.
You know, there's probably two ways we can kind of look at a site, and so I kind of want to explore that a bit about in terms of show and tell, or whether it actually is a business tool.
A lot of websites are just set up in such a way as a business card. That's what they're set up as. And look, that's fine and all, but the thing is, the websites that are set up like that, they're only 1 or 2 pages. And when you look from a search engine perspective, that's nowhere near as enough for the website to rank highly for the actual service keywords. So when somebody starts searching for the business by the actual keywords, they won't find the site because it's just not big enough, it's just not specific enough for search engines like Google, for example. So let's say you have a business card website which just has your detailed information, let's say address, maybe location, a small map, and a list of services that you offer. That's fine, but the biggest thing is traffic. Unless you set it up properly and make it a bit more advanced by adding a couple more pages and proper structure to it, people won't find it. And why would they actually go to it if they find the domain name of your website by looking at your business card or something like that, which basically repeats the information? So you really got to understand sort of the real concept. The main thing is driving leads and exposing your website for your services, and that could be done by a number of different things, either by paid advertising, or you could actually do that through directories, articles, or by basically just having a keyword-rich website.
Okay. So, and if nothing else, at least if you could generate some business through your site, it's paying for itself. Like, it's not another cost that a business card type website is. It's effectively just another cost of business, whereas it could actually be a generator for you.
Look, I look at websites as investment. It's like having a phone, phone in your office, which is an essential tool basically. You can't run a business without a phone. It's 21st century. You can't run a business without a website either. And the last thing you want is basically people just coming to the website and not finding what they want. So you gotta understand that there are call to action, things like phone numbers and your guarantees, your offers, they have to be very clearly visible on the website. And when that's present and you have a proper structure for your site, where people find your business by searching for your nature and maybe even specifically in a particular demographic area, that makes your website a very strong lead generating tool.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we've talked about like the criteria. So getting away from our 2 pages of business card, what do we have to have included? Like what needs to be there?
Okay, well first of all, you've got to have a homepage, which is like an intro page, summary of the things that you do, and I would basically have every website set up in a number of ways that include a clean header, which basically has your contact information, an opt-in form, which is a name and email data collection tool, where you would offer a free report or a catalogue or a brochure of some kind, something that you would exchange, something valuable that you would give to people in exchange for their name and email. Then you would have something like a service page, where you basically would list more specifically what type of services you offer, where you offer them, and who your main clients are. Because last thing you want is people from another country contacting you, based on what you've written on your website, because you've got to keep it specific. The third page that I would definitely include in the website is testimonials. You've got to have feedback from real people, because when you're, when somebody walks through your door, you establish personal sort of contact with the person. You know exactly what to say, and you understand their wants, fears, and frustrations. When they come to your website, they don't know who you are. One thing they want to do is they want to hear some real people backing up what you're doing, and the testimonials, specifically in video format, are very powerful. And the fourth page that I would include on the basic page would be the contact page. And the contact page should have name and email form, phone numbers, possibly a map. You could do that through Google Maps quite easily. The biggest thing I see is the actual contact forms. In the contact forms is that most of them actually ask for too many fields. You would find probably in 90% of the sites that people ask for name, last name, phone number, address, country, and such like things like that. I mean, you only need name, email address, and the actual comments box in terms of what people are going to ask. That's all you need. The more complex you're making it, the less queries you're going to get.
Okay.
So those 4 pages are definitely, the fundamental parts of the website. But then, depending on the nature of your business, I would definitely concentrate on a privacy policy and terms and conditions on the website. Okay.
Okay. Now, are these kind of these are pages that I could put together myself, or does it make sense to find somebody that can do this for you?
It really all depends on your skill level.
Yeah.
There are a number of ways to develop a website, and I'm sure everybody's tried in some way. I see a lot of websites where people have definitely tried to put it themselves, because a web designer or graphic designer wouldn't do such a job. I'm not saying they're too bad, they're just not really serving their purpose.
Yeah.
One of the main things is the structure, of course, and you've got to understand how to structure it properly. It all depends on how you value your time. If I guess you got a couple of spare days in order to understand all the web designs and then sort of learn about the actual structure and then implement it. I mean, it's not like 2 days at once. You got to sort of contribute it all the time.
Yeah.
If you got that sort of time, sure. But otherwise, I would definitely consider hiring somebody. And I would definitely recommend using a content management system platform, which are things like WordPress and stuff. Might be going a little bit technical, but these systems actually have pre-designed structure. So instead of creating a website from scratch, you can actually use a backbone and fill it out with images, themes, and make it all.
Flesh it out from there. Yeah. Okay, that's good. WordPress. There was another one, wasn't there?
Another system's called Joomla, but I don't tend to use it so much.
No,
it's a bit more complicated. I would go definitely with WordPress. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
And if you've got the desire to learn it, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, and of course you do have the option of,
sure.
of outsourcing if you want to. Now, there is quite a difference between a graphically designed site and a correctly structured type site. Can you just differentiate between the two?
With graphically rich websites that I see that the web designer has contributed so much to the graphics that they have completely forgot to look at